Hello. So this is gonna be like a small Blender tutorial for like UGC beginners and stuff. This is basically just gonna cover the basic keybinds and basic shortcuts for Blender and to make your UGC process just a little bit easier. To move your okay, so to begin with, to move your camera, you have to hold your middle mouse button and it's just gonna like move it like this. Or you can press shift middle mouse button and move it like this. Um, Over here you can see the preview thingy. I don't know what it's called. You can change your camera preview like this. um your UGCs are gonna normally be on the y-axis or negative y-axis. So yeah. Also, forgot to mention my keybinds will be shown on the bottom left corner. So you can just follow along with that if you need. Anyways, to add objects, you want to press Shift A and you can add all objects. You can add meshes, curves, metaballs, text, or even reference photos. Um, I'm just gonna add a sphere for this one. So below here, if you don't move the object, you can see over here where it says add sphere. You can press on it, you can configure the segments of it. The lower the segments, the less vertices you're going to be using for your UGCs. Same goes for rings, for circles or spheres. Um, but yeah, you can see the segments over here. Um, so to select an object, you just left click it. Um, so to scale, you can scale it inside or outside, not inside or outside. You can scale it smaller or bigger to your liking. Um, You can also press S, whatever axis you want, X, Z, or Y, X, Y, Z, I don't know, to scale it differently. So I'm gonna do the X axis right now. So S, X, and it will scale it like that. So, um, yeah. Also, to redo stuff, you press Control Z and it's gonna redo it. To undo the redo, you just press Control Shift C and it's gonna undo it for you. Okay. So to rotate your object, you just press R. You can also do R, X, Y, Z. For this, I'm gonna do X. Uh, RX 90, and it will rotate it to the degrees you want. You can do like 360, 180. It just depends where you need how you need the model to look, I guess. I don't know. Um, so you can also, yeah, to move objects, you need to press G and you can just move them around like that, yeah. Um, so you can move objects, you can scale objects, you can rotate objects. You can also hide objects by pressing H while having the object selected. It will just hide it. You won't be able to see it. You will still have it in your um collections, I guess. It's just gonna be hidden. You can unhide it here as well. Um, you can also extrude objects. So go into edit mode. Um, for this, I'm just gonna do. Okay. So first, before I teach you how to extrude, you can select your vertices by dragging them, or by clicking Shift, by holding Shift and clicking on the vertices if you need specific vertices selected. You can also select objects by pressing L on the object, and it will automatically select the whole object. But if you want to select half of it, you see it doesn't select like the full thing. You can press Alt Z to go into wireframe, and it will just make it kind of translucent so you can select everything you need. Okay, anyways, to extrude objects, you have to press E. You can extrude it, or you can press ES and it'll extrude it inwards as well, or outwards, however you like, whatever you like to do, I guess. You can also uh, press SR to basically, uh, actually, I don't think the S matter. Yeah, the S doesn't matter. But you can press R to rotate your objects a different way, and press G to just move them around. Um, so that's covered. Now, next, I'm gonna teach you how to mark seams and whatnot. So, this you will need for UV unwrapping your UGCs. You want to go into edit mode, Shift Alt on the vertices. You want to select like this. My stuff is not proportional, so it doesn't like automatically connect, but your stuff should automatically connect if it's like proportional and stuff. So now you want to do, once you selected your vertices that you want to mark as a seam, you want to do Control E, and it's gonna pull out the edge section. Over here you can see mark seam or clear seam. I'm gonna mark seam. As you can see, it has a red line. You just mark the seam. Obviously. To unmark it, you just do the same and just press clear seam. Um, you can also mark sharp to have it be marked sharp. I don't know. Um, it's not hard to explain, but basically, if you have, okay, so wait, let me try to do it. So shade smooth, as you can see, you can clearly see where it's like marked sharp because it has a bevel to it. If I unmark it clear sharp, it does not have the, not bevel, it doesn't have the edge on it anymore. So yeah, that's that. To delete stuff, you can press X or delete on your keyboard to instantly delete it, or you can press X, delete. So I'm gonna add a cube now. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna teach you how to add bubbles. So to add bubbles, you wanna select your desired vertices, or like desired edge to bevel. You're gonna do Control B. As you can see, and like not scroll out. You wanna move your mouse to however you want. So it doesn't look very smooth, but if you use your scroll wheel, you can add more segments to it to make it look smoother. And yeah, it's just the bevel, so I don't know how to. There's nothing special about it. Um, so to add more vertices or like more segments or like split segments, you need to do Control R. As you can see, I just added another segment. I split the cube in half. You can also do it like that. So now the cube is into 4 cubes or 8 cubes now, you know? Some slight, you know? Um, anyways, that's how you add more vertices or segments, you know, however you want to call it. So now I'm gonna go over some basic modifiers now. So the first one is, what I'm gonna show you is, I'm gonna show you the mirror modifier. So I'm gonna add another cube to just mirror it to basically. Um, so where it says mirror object, you wanna press on the object you wanna mirror it to. So as you can see, I have 2 cubes here. Both of them are mirrored. I can move this cube to make it look different, I guess. I don't know. Make it closer, make it further, you know, and I don't know. So that's how you mirror objects. So the next modifier I'm going to show you is subdivision surface. What it basically does, wait, I'm going to do it on this cube instead. It doesn't have any segments. So subdivision surface, it just makes it look kind of different. It lets you sculpt things better, in my opinion. So you can add more segments. For example, I don't know, I'm gonna make some bear ears first. Like some quick bear ears to like show you and stuff. Um, yeah, you can just sculpt things better. It's really good for making ears, like cat ears, bunny ears, bear ears for specific UGCs if you need them. To make it look smoother, to make it look cleaner, you can add another level of viewport. It's just gonna add more segments to it, but it does require more vertices, so it's not really recommended because your vertice limit is 4,000 for Roblox UGCs, and it's really fast. Basically, for if you're making something, it's not hard to stay in the range of it, but I don't know. It is hard, but it's also not hard. I don't know. Um, so the next modifier I'm gonna show you is I'm gonna show you array. Okay, so array basically just duplicates your object and in like a straight line, you know. Um yeah, nothing nothing special. Nothing special about it. Just more objects, I don't know, man. Um Next one, oh yeah, there's also a bevel modifier, a curve modifier. Basically, curve modifier is if you have an object with a curve modifier, you can, I'm not gonna, actually, sure, I'll show an example. Uh, I'm gonna have a circle. This is like a curve. I'm gonna select origin to geometry, cursor to selected. I'm gonna go over this in a second. That's the origin to geometry. For this, I'm gonna do array, and I'm also gonna add the curve modifier. So, curve objects, you wanna select it and put it on your circle. So, you can then selection to cursor to drag it onto your curve. So yeah, now this is like a circle of spheres, I guess. Um, Anyways, so to go over what I just did with this thingy, um, so I have a curve. You can, not curve. I have a cube. You want to right click. You can shade smooth by angle, shade flat over here. You can also convert to curve, mesh, grease pencil curves. These aren't really that important. You basically never use them. At least I don't. Um, and you also have set origin. The most common one is select origin to geometry. This is the one that you're going to be using the most because basically what it does is it selects the basic point of the mesh, and I don't know. For example, for the cube is going to be in the middle, straight in the middle. Um, that's going to be the cube's origin. Um, So you can also copy objects, paste objects, duplicate objects, mirror objects. This one is gonna mirror on just this one. It's not the modifier. The modifier duplicates the thingy, and yeah, you can snap onto grids. I don't know. I don't use these. I don't use these. Most I use is mirror, and okay. So from this one, all you're really gonna need is the shading, convert to origin, and mirror. The others don't really matter that much, in my opinion, at least. But that's covered. Now, to get the other, circle thing, you wanna do Control at wait, no, wrong one. Sorry. Shift S, you wanna hold it. So for this, only the top one and the bottom one matter. So cursor to selected is gonna just okay. So I'm gonna drag the cube up here. Cursor to selected is gonna drag this thingy onto the origin of the object that you've selected. Now, if I add, I'm not gonna add a circle. I'm gonna add a sphere. Oh, yeah. Also, if you have it on a different thingy, um, it just automatically brings new objects to it. Basically, all it does, if I do selection to cursor, is it just drags the object to the cursor. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. What else can I talk about? Okay, so, uh, I'm gonna go over this now. So, this is viewport shading. This is the default one. This is why, no, it's not wireframe. It's something else. Basically, makes us see through, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I can't even go in. Okay, I can't go in edit mode with this one. I can't actually. My keyboard changed. Sorry. Wait. No, it didn't. I am making excuses. Oh, I didn't have a socket. Sorry. Um, and okay. So yeah, basically viewport editing, wireframe. It's the same as Control Z, except it's fully see-through. Control Z gives it a little. You can see it better. You can see the object. This is gonna be shading, and this is gonna be a different I don't know. I don't use this one. This one I only use to see textures, but you can also see textures on the default one. So that doesn't really matter. You won't really need it. This is okay, so what this button does is it removes the grid, removes um it removes everything really. You you can select stuff, but you won't be able to see it. This is also wireframe. This button is also wireframe. And up here, viewport overlays. Okay, so you can see all of this. You can enable this statistics tab. Sorry. Um. Okay, so here you can see your triangles, how much your mesh has, how many vertices your mesh has. Basically, you need to keep it under 4,000 triangles to be able to upload it to Roblox. So, um, yeah, face orientation, very important. If your mesh is fully blue, that's very good. That means your face orientation is perfect. It's good to upload. There won't be any problems in Studio. However, if your mesh, let me do a quick thingy. Mesh. Okay, so however, if your mesh is red or a part of it is red, first of all, yeah, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I went over that. 1 is for vertex select, 2 is for edge select, and 3 is for face select. For this, I'm going to be using face select, so it's free. So, you want to select the thingy that's red, then you want to go into mesh, normals, flip. If it's blue, that means it's good to upload. If it's red, you have to check the normals. Okay, don't forget to check the normals. If it's red and you do put it in Studio, it's gonna be see-through. Okay, you're gonna be able to see through your mesh. That is not good. You do not want that. Okay, so that's gone over, and I think that's it. I'm not sure. Okay, um, yeah. So UV editing, I'll go over that in like when I actually make like UGC tutorials because this is more so a keybind tutorial and stuff. Not a UV unwrapping tutorial. Oh yeah, also you can do the rotation on here. You can do the scaling on here or the location of your models here. Um, doesn't really matter though because you can just use keybinds for this as well. Um, but yeah, I think this is it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Um, I will be making more UGC I will be making UGC tutorials as well as texture tutorials, UV unwrapping tutorials, and everything. I will be linking my Discord server in the description. You can suggest any tutorials that you want to see, or if you have any questions, please let me know. I will try to respond. Um, but yeah, I hope this helped at least some people, and I hope you guys have a good day and whatnot. Um, okay, goodbye.